Hey guys, Professor Prime here with MyJaPlanet.com, and on today's episode of Prime Talk, we are going to be talking about Transformers Age of the Primes, Leader Class, the 13, Megatronus, the Fallen. Now, I personally never knew that Megatronus was considered to be the Fallen. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am not completely 100% up to the lore of the Primes. I know they really dive deep into it in the IDW comics. I don't think it was really touched upon very much, if at all, in the original G1 cartoon run. Megatronus Prime, so a lot of you might know that name now from Transformers 1, which Megatronus was used in the sense of, Megatron or D16 was fanboying over Megatronus, and his helmet or his face was used as a symbol for the Decepticon. And if you look at the IDU comics, I believe, did this, and they obviously did it in the live action films, where the Fallen was actually the one who, I guess you could say, corrupted Megatron to turn against, Cybertron and all that stuff. So it's very interesting that Megatronus is the Fallen. I guess I didn't know that, and they never actually used, I don't think they made any names in Revenge of the Fallen, the second Transformers film. I think they were just all called the 13 Primes, and then the one who betrayed all the other ones was called the Fallen. So I find that interesting that it's going to be Megatronus. Now, obviously, this design is probably more, I would say, more tailored towards probably the IDW version. I would have liked to have seen them release, I would still love to see the 13 Primes released in Studio Series form from Transformers 1. That's Primes that I want to collect. I'm on the fence about collecting these Primes, the 13 Primes, because of the designs. And I don't know these designs, so I'm not as connected to these characters. I still think they're cool. He turns into a tank, which basically looks like Megatron's tank, which I find interesting. But it's a different mold. I think it's kind of the same mold as Megatron, but it's not. And then, of course, you got the box, and there he is in the box. Megatronus, the Fallen. I just find that really interesting. I don't know why. And then here's the back. He's 38 steps. Comes with his fusion cannon, like Megatron. Not a whole lot to go off with. Tank mode, we've seen this mold a million times. I'm kind of curious, this is considered a leader class, and I can't remember if Megatron from War for Cybertron was a leader class or if he was a Voyager class. I don't remember. I have one. I have the Battle Damage Netflix exclusive version of Megatron from War for Cybertron from Earthrise, and I tell you what, man, that thing has yellowed like crazy. Like, it's really crazy because it was sitting on the shelf with my Megatron shelf. It was just sitting there, and no light other than the light in my house. And for some reason, like, some of the plastic yellowed like crazy. And that's the only one that did that. Like, none of my other War for Cybertron figures have yellowed. So it's very interesting that one yellowed. And I've actually seen some things where people have talked about that happening like later on in the War for Cybertron line. So, I mean, obviously I think it's going to have looks like it has different accessories like little cannons and like whatever this is, like more lasers or something like that. It might be bigger. I don't know what the product, let's look at the product description. He says he's 7.5 inches. So, and he's a 2-in-1 converting, 2-in-1? Oh, duh. I don't know why I was thinking. My brain was thinking like he's a triple changer. Actually, I would probably prefer him to be a triple changer because Megatron usually is a triple changer too in some continuities. But I don't know, guys. I'm not excited. I'm excited that they're releasing the Primes, the 13 original Primes. I'm excited for that. But the choice that they decided to go with the designs, and it's been a really, really long time since I've read any of the IDW comics. I've been reading the recent Transformer comics. I was collecting them for a while, but then I stopped because of my local comic book store had issues with something, and I just don't go there anymore. And so I haven't bought any new comics in probably a good year now, which is kind of unfortunate because I missed out a lot of issues that I was collecting. So it's like, it kind of sucks. But that being said, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Is this inspired from IDW? If it is, let me know. And if it is, that's fine. But I think I would have preferred to have the 13 Primes designs from Transformers 1 released. But I understand why, this is a different line of the Generations line. It's not Studio Series. Whereas I still hope down the road, I think if this is successful enough, that they'll probably release Transformers 1 figures. I really hope they do. I really hope they just release a lot of, like, they could just release everybody Transformers 1, like studio series or even mainline figures. I would really hope for that. But I guess we'll see what happens, guys. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like this video. And if you do want to support me further, you can join me on Patreon. I do post exclusive content there. It does help out a lot. It helps me produce more content for you guys. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed watching it, check out this one right here. And as always, guys, until next time.